Alright, well, welcome back to the Stainless Steel Venice campaign. It's going to be turn 3, so let's jump right in. Alright, so what's going on? Okay, so a few things since last time. First thing is, well, the main thing is that the Aragon has gone on the offensive against the Moors over here, so they've taken, I think, at least one settlement, probably taking more. I've scouted out using crusades earlier, so that's been done. And other areas is it's not too much else. The main plan for this turn is going to be there's a plan I want to do to try and take Tripoli all the way down here next turn. So I want to get that set up, and then we can actually take I think whatever this island is. I forget what it's called. Sardinia or Corsica. I think it's Corsica, but we can take it, and then yeah, we'll just go from there, and yeah, you could go ahead and get started. So let's start this 3-1. But the reason Tripoli is very nice to get, I mean, it's a city, but it's also going to be the governor title gives a movement boost. So if we can combine that with level other movement boosts, then we can make a pretty good general really early. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Alright, so first things first, I'm going to buy these two since this is mercenary captain. He'll give us a little bit of a discount on buying units. And then we need to hire... First thing is, I don't think I can make another mercenary captain out of this, since it'd be nice if I could hire the mercenary ship here and get another mercenary captain for a different general, but I don't think that really is going to work, since in order to do that we'd have to send one of these guys down, which I don't really want to do, to put one of them in Rome. But that wouldn't be too bad to put him in Rome, like... Honestly, I probably should just do that. Alright, well, we're going to do that then. So I'm gonna put, since this general, this turn he's gonna go over. He's gonna end his turn in Ragasa, since one of the movement boosting ancillaries you can get in Sin Steel is Master of Horse, which is when you have a general that has at least 6 loyalty and military minded and is in a castle that has a knight stables. Then whatever the general get, like, he has a 50-50 chance to get a Master of Horse if there's also a general who's Marshal, which is this guy. So we want to put him into Regasa so we can potentially get Master of Horse, which would give another 5 movement points to him, and he's already pretty good at like 9. I think he's the best general currently. So if we can get him up to another 5, that's 14, and then if we're able to get Tripoli next turn, which is probably going to happen, then he can get up to you can get even higher. You can get up to 19, which is pretty much maxed out. So yeah, the goal is going to be to do that, and then the other goal is alright. So let's just go ahead and get started here. So first thing, we're going to move mercenary captain to him, so that way we can hire a new mercenary. We can get a new mercenary captain off hiring this boat that we're about to hire here, and I have to make sure we stand in the right spot. Okay, so let's... But yeah, so the goal this turn is going to be to... but we're going to be able to take the settlement over here with this mercenary ship. Is going to carry one of these spies, and it's going to carry one of these Marinsurgents, since the garrison is all infantry, so the idea is we're going to be able to kill it with just one of those. So Oh, it was quick. Nice. Okay, so let's save that. So we got another mercenary captain. It's just good to get as many of these as you can early, since you get a unit training discount and you get looting bonus, and those are really nice just to have around for your generals. So that they're good to get. And then we want to send our level 4 spy, since I've checked and this is what opens the settlement. Level 1 does not open the settlement. And then this small one should actually be enough to win the battle. Maybe it won't be, but we'll see how the battle goes, because the way. Okay, so let's see. This guy is gonna get over here.
Full sails.
Perfect.
Yes, my lord.
All right, so now we want to also level the spy up again. We can get another level of. We can probably level him up to level 5 here. So let's do that. Yeah, so he got in, but he didn't level up. So let's try that again. This is probably as much as you can level up. Sometimes, basically, as spies get higher level, they won't always be able to level up, because all of these traits have like individual, like hidden levels. So like every time you hit the trigger for a spy level up, it'll get closer to the next level. But as it gets, the higher levels are further apart in terms of like the hidden levels they have to hit before you get another level on your spy. So in the future turns, he probably won't level up the next mission he does, but he'll level up probably in 2 missions, since he'll have increased this trait by its hidden amounts. So that's just a kind of nuance about how spies work. So it's always good to train them even if they don't level up at a given turn, just because you might be increasing your hidden levels towards hitting that next trait level. So it's spies, but yeah, so he can't get any higher level this turn, but it's also usually good to try your spy missions multiple times, just that in case you are about to hit another level and don't know it. So yeah, the gate opens. Okay, so I think we should be able to win this. This will probably be so this is the general. We'll see how this goes. I'm not 100% sure we can win this, but I think we can. No, the odds look ridiculous, but let's do our tactic then. But I'm not sure if this will be enough to win, or if we'll need the larger Malinsurgents, which we will just have to redo a little bit of the turn to do that. So, all right, so this guy goes back here.
Good news! Our spy has opened the gates. It's time to reap victory.
Yeah, we could also theoretically use our general for this, but I'd rather have the general doing other things. So anyhow, when you fight these kind of battles where you have very much a negligible force versus the enemy will always just sally out with their entire army, except for usually their general who's going to sit at the town square. So our plan for this battle is we're going to let these guys go all the way out here, and then we're going to rush back to the town square. Hopefully we'll be able to defeat these spearmen that is the general with our mounted sergeants by cycle charging them. So as long as we can do that, we can win the battle, because we'll do that. These guys will all come back in. We're going to run back out, let them chase us, and then we'll go back in and capture the town square before they can even return. We don't really need a particularly good result. We just need to win the battle here, since hold on. Let's get out of here. These archers don't have very particularly high range. And for this first round, I guess, we don't really need them to get all the way out. We just need them to get out to we just need them to run far enough such that they can't get back to the town square before we can win the battle, before we defeat this unit in the middle. But yeah, we'll see how this goes, since I'm not entirely confident we can defeat him with just these. We're going to be relatively low stamina too. So these guys are going to start running back, but we don't really care as long as we have enough time to kill off this guy here. That's all we really need. I'm trying to conserve my stamina a little bit since...
Give grace to
Okay, so
God.
they're gonna... If they actually come out, that might help us, since if they'll probably be easier to charge into if they're in the street here. Alright. So they're just gonna sit here. Though we can also just run around here and hit them in the back. That might be the better plan. If they're just gonna sit here. Because we need to catch them in a formation where they're a little bit more vulnerable, since... Alright, we can probably just kill these.
My lord, our men
Alright, so we did significant
Our
damage.
men no longer command the castle.
That's not bad. We don't need many. We just need to kill this unit. We're doing pretty well. We just need to win this before these guys get back. Alright. That should be... Honestly, that's probably enough, because we can just kill these pretty quickly whenever we need to somehow escape without getting shot.
Our men have fought long and are becoming tired.
It doesn't matter since they're going to be tired too. So looking at where the gates are, it's actually going to be best if we run all the way to this corner, since that's the furthest distance from any of the gates. See, we're going to do that. We're going to draw them all the way back here, and then we're going to run back. We should be able to kill these in one charge, and then we just capture the town square before they can get back. And then the other advantage, these guys are becoming pretty tired, so all these guys, so they'll take even longer to get back. So yeah, we'll just wait. But yeah, we did lose a bunch of this unit, but that doesn't really matter since this guy's not doing anything after this. And I'd rather keep all of my units together. I don't expect to be able to hold this settlement if it becomes under attack, since it's so far from the rest of our holdings, but it'll just be a nice income for the next several turns probably until someone bothers to take it, and it'll also be pretext for war if someone tries to take it from me. Give me an excuse to start a war rather than having... Because part of the situation of this whole game currently is that I don't really want to be the initiator of one of these early wars, since I assume I'll win whatever war it is pretty easily. So if say for example I were to attack like Sicily or something unprovoked, then if I were just to take all of their land, then I'd be a pretty big threat, and I'd probably get some giant alliance forming against me. So I kind of want to avoid doing that. Alright, we're getting close. Alright, so here they come. So then we should be able to just rush back to the town square, and they won't be able to do anything. It's just going to take too long for them to get back. But the main reason this was possible is because this settlement's garrison was all infantry, so there was no Like, if they had one unit of cavalry, this it wouldn't really be possible, so we'd have to defeat the cavalry. And the reason I didn't do this tactic in any of the previous rebel battles is that those all had generals, and the generals get much better traits if you actually kill the entire army, but if you choose a win like this, the generals don't really gain good traits from that. But this is a this doesn't even have a general in this army, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, let's run these guys over. Alright, there we go. We have to do this again. This could get a little sloppy here. We can do this quickly, or else they're gonna get the rest of the army's gonna get back. Just see if we can just kill them off.
Praise to our Lord.
Right, so
Our
we should.
men have slain my lord.
So we hopefully will have enough time to capture this.
Command of the castle.
I think we will. We did kind of waste about a minute trying to kill that guy off. If we don't have enough time, we can always just do this again. Do the whole tactic of drawing them out. We'll see. I don't think they get back. I think they're just too slow. This guy's gonna be close though. This is gonna be real close. I think. Yeah, I don't know if we make this. Wait, if I get him to shoot at me. Alright, I think we should abandon this.
My lord.
Unlucky.
We have lost control
But
of
we
the
just took
castle.
slightly too long. Let's see. Make sure we don't get stuck here. This might be a bit of a cluster. I'm just gonna stand here. But yeah, we're gonna have to do that tactic again since we just took too long killing off that general. Their captain. So let's try that again. Because we just didn't. We were just a few seconds short of being able to do it.
Units, move out. Units, march. Units, march.
back.
Units march.
Cool. Let's let that happen.
Units march. Units march. Units, move out. Excellent. Our men have taken control of the castle.
Alright, so yep, we just timed him out. That was not super close there.
Victory is
Alright, so we win.
but only by a sword's
I don't
edge.
care as a close victory. Win is a win.
The day is ours,
Alright, so I'm gonna save this. I think if we sack, I'm not sure what buildings we lose, but
we have conquered.
if we sack this, we lose all like the good buildings. So let's not do that. Alright, so let's do that. Just gonna occupy this instead. Just so we get there's all like other buildings we could avoid losing then. So, and then we'll probably disband this thing since I don't want to pay for it, but we'll see what we do. I haven't decided yet. Alright, so you'll be here. You'll be governor of Rome for now. What's this get tax percent? See, I would give this title to you, but I kind of need the loyalty since one of the requirements for the Master of Force is you have to have 6 loyalty. So this, if I lose any more loyalty, then this generals lose loyalty when you remove their titles. So, alright, can't quite get these guys inside for free upkeep, but it's fine. Let's get these.
Name thy enemy, Lord.
Alright, so that's taken. Very nice. How many turns? 2 turns until peasants are available. Probably we'll get a brothel there. We'll see if we can afford it since I have some other things I want to buy first. That might be a higher priority, so.
Yes, my lord.
Alright, so let's go out here. One thing is I did hire these merchants last turn since with the intention of buying some of these rebel merchants, maybe some rival merchants, we'll see. But this turn we can, we'll buy him, but I want to train one of these spies first. So our plan for taking Tripoli is that using the initial, like the starting save, you can one of the things you can do during testing is you can see, basically, since the way spies opening gates work is every turn, every settlement has a certain percentage where like they have to have that percentage of success in order to open the gates. So what you can do is that by skipping through all of the turns, you can check what that percentage is for every settlement that you want to. It's not really practical after a certain point, since your spies will end up being high enough level to open pretty much every gate, but early on it's important. So what I did was I checked what the percentage of that Tripoli next on turn 4 would need to open, and it will require this spy and this spy. I think it's like 65 or 66% success needed. So what that means is that we need to send both of these spies down on a boat so that next turn they can open up Tripoli and we can take it. So for that, what we're going to do is, and we're going to send those 2 spies, we're going to send this general since he is higher movement boost, he can reach it, and we were going to give away this these governor titles so that way he can gain the Tripoli one when he gets to take it. So we'll save that spy for later, but for now what we can do, we can take this spy and train it on this merchant and level it up to level 3, since it can get to, it should be able to level up twice.
Yes, Lord.
Just once. We'll do that, and then we have to buy the merchant with our merchant, since that was why we recruited the merchant, as well as just to make passive income.
Where to, sire?
But we might as well use the spy while it's here to train, or use this merchant while it's here to train.
Yes, Lord. Amen. Where to, sire? I simply cannot. Sire. Yes, Lord. Where to, sire? Sire. Yes, Lord. Where to, sire? Sire. Yes, Lord.
There we go. So we got
Investigating.
2 level ups, and then we can put him back. He'll stay in Athens. We'll probably buy another spy here. And then we'll use our merchants to buy this merchant, which that actually gives us a small amount of money.
End the hostility.
The higher the level of merchant you buy, the more money you get. So this will probably only give us like 500.
My lord, who is to have some
Okay, we didn't.
problems then?
So I want to buy the merchant, and then I want to I want to see if I can get him to level up once, since that would be nice.
Ready to trade. Looking to take someone's
Yeah, he
trade,
leveled
my
up, bean
lord.
counter.
As
And
you will.
we gain a
I have
small amount of money
made
from
more
that,
than this.
so it's good. He can
Opening
stay there.
trade.
Wine's actually a pretty good resource for us right now,
Ready to trade.
compared to a lot of the other resources.
Ready to trade.
There's another wine over on Rhodes, so I think eventually when I have a moment I'll send a merchant over there. But for now,
Ready to trade.
we're good to just be here.
Ready to trade.
And then So let's save that.
Yes. Your orders?
Okay, so we can deal with these ships later. Currently the issue is we forgot to move this boat over here last turn, which I meant to do that. So that way we'd have a boat in Athens. So we forgot, so I'm just gonna have to, the cost of that is we're gonna have to buy a mercenary boat in order to get on going towards Tripoli. So let's go ahead and get that off the ground.
Orders? Your will. Orders? Your orders, number one. Yes? Your
Okay,
orders,
so
number
get
one.
him. Oh, before we do that, let's go ahead and reshuffle some of this. So keep mercenary captain with you. I don't really need to get another mercenary captain at this. Well, I could get another mercenary captain. Maybe I will. So you can get mercenary captain. And I can't move tutor actually. Or I can move tutor. Okay. Let's see who's gonna be best to govern this. The heck is this? Urban planner. You might be a good. You might just be a good. Some not ideal traits, but you're gonna be best as a governor. So maybe we'll have you govern Athens, and you can go govern Rhodes or something. So we'll figure it out. But regardless, I think we need to do. Put you here and move. Actually, gonna move Athens governor off of you. You're not gonna be happy, but it's fine. So you'll be the governor, and you'll get all of the governor traits. So these two guys are not gonna be happy that we just pulled all the traits off of them, but they'll figure it out. It's fine. But that means you should be make decent. Yeah, this guy is doing a pretty good governor. So we could even crank up the taxes a little bit. And yeah, that's just some little things to help our income there in Athens.
Yes?
Yeah. Hardly any corruption now. Okay, so let's go ahead and we need a mercenary captain here, since you're gonna be able to next turn. Our plan is for you to sack Tripoli, so you're gonna want to gain mercenary captain here. So let's do that. Be interesting. The more of those you get, the better. Just that way you can always have that recruitment discount. It's just nice to have.
Orders? Your will. Orders? Your will. Yes?
There we go. Got it. So. Alright, so the plan here, we put you, and we're going to put this higher level spy here. And diplomat could just stay around here for now. This needs to go down here. So this actually gets pretty far.
This is impossible.
I wonder if it's possible to overlap this with... No, I think that just is not going to work.
This is a course we cannot plot.
Well, maybe it is possible. We'll see. I want to see if it's possible to overlap,
Yes.
to also bring another governor to Heraklion. Because if I could get you over to Heraklion, that'd be nice. Because then I could get you to Rhodes next turn. I mean, I could probably get you Rhodes from here, but
Yes, my
let's just see if that's possible. And I don't know what I want to do. I think these guys will just go. Let's see what they can get.
my lord.
Can we get them to Athens?
Yes, my lord.
Almost. Not quite, though.
Yes.
Yeah, because I
What
could
in
get...
place now, my lord? Your Majesty.
I could at least get these over to Heraklion to create over here.
Yes, my lord.
And this
Orders?
boat could actually get back to Athens.
Full sails.
Yeah, I might just do that then. Because the next turn, I think we'll just get the governor over to Rhodes next turn. But we can do that at the end of the turn, so we can see, since if I do move these guys out of Rhodes, I need to be able to recruit enough to replenish what I'm moving out, because of the public order being not great. So yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Yes, my lord.
But for now, the reason I was thinking about it now is if I could use a general. But I think we'll just continue on for now.
Yes, my lord.
Yeah, we could just continue, and then this stuff will just sit here for now. We get some units next turn in here. Nice. So let's get these guys,
Yes, my lord.
and then we're gonna grab
Yes. Yes, my lord.
this spy.
Do, sire.
Actually, I think it's better for me not to grab him like that. Yeah, this is this is taking a minute because the movement's pretty tight in order to get these
Your orders?
this general and spies over to Tripoli. So
Full, sire.
I should make sure I'm not making a major mistake. So we're gonna grab that one spy from this. Grab you. Grab
Joining the fleet.
this spy.
Do, sire.
And then, in the most efficient manner possible, we need to just connect these. So we're not wasting any movement here.
Full sail.
Alright, this should be good.
Yes, my
And I think we're going to have to just disband this thing. Like, we could keep it, but it's just going to be expensive. So I'll have to decide if we're going to keep it or not.
Yes, my lord.
So these guys can actually get quite a bit a ways further than...
Your orders?
Okay.
Yes, my lord. We shall continue tomorrow, my lord.
6, and then we're like, well... Yeah, this should be close enough to reach next
Dropping
turn.
anchor until morning. Yes, my lord. Yes.
Alright, I think that's good, but let me see if we can get a little bit closer.
orders? Yes.
Who's the limiting factor here?
Yes, my lord. Your orders? Plotting? Yes, my lord.
So if I go here,
Sire. Yes, my lord. Yes? Onward.
the limiting factor would be
Plotting course now. Where to, sire? Where to, sire? Your will.
the spies, but both of them seem to be about equally
Yes.
limiting.
Full sail. Sire.
Yeah, they're about the same. Okay, so there's not really much I can improve then.
Yes, my lord.
If anything, maybe we go a little bit like down here a little bit. But this should all be about the same.
Yes, my lord.
Should be in range.
We shall continue tomorrow, my lord.
Because Tripoli's here, so we just need to be able to get here and drop off the spies so that they can get into the settlement. So I think we're fine.
Yes. Yes, my lord.
Alright, so we can kind of continue then.
We shall continue tomorrow. Yes.
Yeah, we'll decide if we gotta disband that or not. Probably we do, since I don't want to pay for it.
Your orders?
But yeah, at the end of the turn we can deal with that.
Ready to trade.
We do have one more merchant action. We can bring...
Ready to trade.
We can actually bring this
Ready to
merchant.
trade.
There's a rebel merchant down
Ready to
here. We
trade.
can buy up with this merchant. So let's...
Yes, my lord.
I just want to try and do it in a manner where we don't unnecessarily move ships. But yeah, so you'll go up. The other thing I want to do is I want to try and get governors in Venice and Bologna to get their governor traits, since we get more. They just are good to get. They get like in tax increases among other things. So
Who do I face?
you could do that. I don't know where this army is going though. This dude could also do it.
Noble one.
You're gonna be going to.
Name thy enemy, lord.
But yeah, I just don't know what I'm gonna do with this army. I think I might just not get the Bologna one. Yeah, since the Bologna one isn't that good, so maybe we could have left him back or something. I don't know. It's fine.
Your majesty.
But I think the play might be just using him as our general for this army, and
Name thy
then
enemy, lord. Command me.
we can send you
Name thy enemy, lord.
to Venice to get the Venice stuff. And then on your way back, you're going to have the mercenary captain. But I probably want to keep the mercenary captain here. Alright, so let's just figure this out then. I think this, our Doge is just going to get to Venice and be the governor there, but we just need to wait. He just doesn't get back this turn, and the ships don't really help, so we're just going to have to leave him, like, over here.
Stopping for the night.
Although I could have kept him, but it's fine. These spies probably going to go back. I don't really need... I think neither... I'm not really worried about either of these factions over here attacking Zagreb, so I'm probably going to pull both spies out.
Your orders?
Alright, let's figure out what we got to do.
An order?
Ready to trade.
So first thing is we got to go talk to Genoa. As per our deal,
Is there something I can do for you, noble lord?
we gotta pay them 3,000. Let's do this. I don't want to just gift it, because sometimes if you gift it, it doesn't go through, so it's best to make a demand, even if it's a silly one. And so I will give him 3,000. That's in exchange for Bologna, among other things. So it's complicated. It's somewhat complicated, but the idea was Genoa was giving up access to Milan so that HRE could take it. So that's basically compensating for them for that, because I get Bologna from the HRE, so it's like a three-way deal there. And yeah. So that's that, and then I have to do.
I seek an honorable engagement, dear.
So I did talk to him. Well, do we have a mission? We don't have a mission yet. I want to talk to Crusader States guy at some point.
You seek an audience?
Okay, so we got to talk to the Pope and get reconciled. So the way we do that is we gotta get our relations up with them, which the way we do that is we just offer them all of our settlements and then ask them for, they're bankrupt, so we can ask them for like a decent sum of money. They will not be able to pay it, so we'll do this. So what this does is it gets our relations increased a lot. These offers will never work. But just spamming these just slowly, this should go up another. We just have to sit and do this for maybe like 10 times or so until our relations get to like perfect. Once we do that, then we can get reconciled pretty quickly.
Another proposition? We shall listen, of course. We cannot. Excellent. What else would you suggest? I am afraid I must. Something just as useful, I hope. We cannot. Excellent. What else would you suggest?
He's already putting ceasefire is very generous, but let's get some more. It's not. I don't want to take any chances. I want to get to our relations to perfect. But this should help out with public order.
We cannot. Excellent. What else would you suggest? I am afraid something just as useful.
See, now the priorities are peace, which is interesting.
Almost excellent. What else would you suggest? I am something just as useful, I hope.
I think we're like one or two offers away from being perfect.
Almost excellent. What else would you suggest?
Perfect. Okay, so now we can do ceasefire requests. I might have to. So I'll move ceasefire first.
We cannot excellent.
Let's see if they go for this. Alright, I might have to give them some kind of tributes. Let's see. See if this works.
Of course.
Okay, now we just
Something
cancel the
just
tribute,
as useful.
so we don't have to pay that.
We see your word means this was a good day for our people.
All right, so that gets us out of the whole war with them and out of being excommunicated. So
An order? No
yes, we don't have to deal with
Honored lord.
being at war with the Pope now. We can. I think this was blocking trade, so we don't with Pisa, so we don't have to worry about that either. So that's good.
An order.
Now this guy, we'll figure out somewhere to put him. We do have another diplomat down here, so we got that. Okay. So we've been reconciled.
Name thy enemy, lord.
So this should go away, this excommunicated trait. So
Yes.
now what we want to do is I want to get. So you got to go to Venice to get the Venice governor trait, and then we're gonna grab you, bring you down to here. But yeah, let's just do that. Let's figure out what we gotta do here. So let's grab him,
Plotting course now, my
Let me strike, my lord. Name thy enemy, lord.
put him in Venice, just so we get the Venice
Command me.
trait. Unfortunately, we won't have mercenary captain on him, but
yes.
or could we? We could. Does he have one? No, he doesn't. All right, so that's. So I wanted to grab this merchant.
Full, ready to trade.
Because what we can do, we can bring this other merchant
Ready
up
to
here to
trade.
do this trade resource.
Yes, my lord. Your orders? Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord. Yes. Yes, my lord.
Ready to trade.
Yes, my lord.
Ready to trade.
So we can buy this merchant here.
Your orders?
Ready to trade. Glad to be ashore.
Because it's a rebel merchant, doesn't matter if we don't have
The business.
whatever percentage we have, doesn't matter. So we can just buy that. So that gets a bunch of money off of that.
Taking them out of business.
Although I would prefer not to get this. I'd rather get
Ready
bean
to
counter
trade.
on him. So let's try that until we get that.
Ready to trade. Give me a
Alright, so I was a little bit stupid in that I didn't realize that this dude already has bold barter, which is the second level of bean counter, which is the good merchant trait. So
ready to
I was
trade.
never gonna gain anything by acquiring this guy. So now we can just continue with the rest of the turn.
Yes. Yes, my lord. Who do I face?
Alright, so this is got that. These. Oh, we can get 2 experience. Okay, so we might want to wait until the end of the turn to hire those. Then it's like we get 2 experience if we hire them at the end of the turn. We get this guy. I want the catapult.
Orders? Name thy enemy, lord.
breaking away.
Let me strike. Yes, loading up the men.
Yes, my lord.
Name thy enemy, Lord.
Yes. Full
Okay.
sails.
Your orders?
Yes, my lord.
I actually want to check this range, and
think you have
I
the wrong
think
We are not contesting these waters with you. I think you have the wrong fleet.
let's do this.
We are not contesting these waters with you.
Is I want to put. The reason I'm checking this range is I want to put send my fleet a little bit further south.
We are not
Because we definitely
contesting
can.
these waters.
Okay, this is actually fine then. Okay. But yeah, I want to send most of my fleet a little bit south just so that way I can get my ships a little bit closer to the western action potentially in the future. But currently I don't want to risk being defeated by the Byzantines. So for now I'm not going to be too aggressive with it. But yeah, that's definitely going to be in the
Your orders?
plans.
Yes,
So yeah, we can just go here with this boat, and then here, let's see, I'm just gonna give this guy mercenary captain temporarily just so that way I can hire troops for a decent cheaper rate, so you can go get these guys. But we're actually going to get 4 infantry here, so that way, since this guy's going to be the governor, it'll give him a chance of getting drill master as well as master of horse. So that will be great if we can manage at least one of those. Alright, we have mercenary captain back. So do that, and we'll buy our shipwrights since we want to get as many war galleys as possible. It's gonna be a priority to get that up and running as soon as possible. And then otherwise, the rest of the money, we're going to make sure we can buy up all the ships that we can buy. So these, which we'll rebuy these at the end of the turn so we get that experience. Since one thing about when units get experience when recruiting them, they will not, if you reload the turn at all, then you won't get the experience. So you always want to do that at the end of the turn. If you're going to do that, we could go very high since this is public order allows it for that. And here we're going to get both of those. So now we're basically out of money. I do want to buy stuff at Rhodes, so let me see if I can reshuffle a couple things so we can afford that. But I'm not seeing a whole lot we can even reshuffle, so maybe we just won't even buy the stuff at Rhodes. If anything, we could probably buy just wait a turn on those or something, or yeah, I think the mailed foot knights we could wait a turn on. Though I do want to get them this turn so I don't start queuing up the next one. So let's see what else we can not buy. We could skip the shipwright potentially, but I don't really want to do that. We could skip this catapult. We could skip some of these spear militia, which that might be the thing we skip in order to afford. But I don't know. This is fine for Rose. It would just be nice if we could get another 700 or so to be able to afford our stuff there. This can go increase tax rates. But we'll be making a ton of money. We're gonna be making more than this next turn because when you buy merchants, the game doesn't actually calculate the money you gain from buying a merchant. So
Yes, move.
we should have more than that next turn. And then we'll be taking Tripoli, and we might disband these
Your orders?
mercenary galleys. So we'll see. I just need to double check a couple things. It'll be nice to get more. I might have to not buy the ship right this turn since I very much want to buy a couple other things that we just can't afford otherwise. So I think we can. Shipwrights in fortresses are usually the worst shipwrights compared to cities, since the ships just are not. There's not as many available, and each one takes 3 to 4 turns to regenerate. So as opposed to cities which take 1 to 2 turns. So they're good, but just not as good to get shipwrights. And but the reason I wanted to buy a spy here, and I wanted to buy all these units, and I wanted to buy another merchant would be helpful, but I'm not sure if we want to afford that. I want another spy in Rome. I want another. There's more spies in general. I can just buy them. Yes, got these spies. There we go. The more spies you get, the better. So you get as many as you want, as you can afford. Get more spearmen. Yeah, that should be good for now. The final thing, which I haven't done yet, I want to get this assassin started to train. So I think we're gonna assassinate.
But I am not here to parley.
Where's the Pope? The Pope's from England. We could assassinate the Pope, or we can assassinate this other general, which could be also useful. Because then we might inevitably have to fight this stack at some point, so it'd be good to just kind of thin it out a little bit, and also level up my assassin. I could also just start it on this guy. Honestly, I think I'm going to start it on...
Salutations, honored lord. God bless, noble lord. Salutations, honored lord.
I'm actually just assassinate this cardinal first, that way I don't have to... this is just going to take too long to get good traits. Or should we do the cardinal? Oh, this isn't too particularly easy either, so maybe I do the Pope.
What is their name?
Am I taking down a person?
It'd be good to be able to do a mission that is a relatively high chance of success, so that way we can have the most chances to gain good traits on this guy. So, we'll do the Pope. Oh, we got Poisoner, that's pretty good. It'd be nice to get 2 different Ankylaries, so we're going to save this. Let's keep trying this until we can get better ones. But yeah, I think if we can get 2 different Ankylaries, that'd be pretty good for this mission here. And there will be a new Pope that spawns. Okay, we got Poisoner again. Wait, looks like we got Master of Assassins.
Let me strike, my lord.
The problem. Who has this place?
Alright. I think I forgot to move. I think I meant to move the spy down when I
Your orders?
grabbed the merchant from Venice. I just forgot. So
Yes, my lord.
we can move him down a little bit here.
Where to, sire?
We can probably figure out
Your
what to do
orders?
it.
Yes.
But yeah, let's just focus on the assassin for now.
What is their name?
Oh, I've just saved over it.
If it were possible, I would.
Yeah, we have to redo a couple things then.
Your orders? Noble lord.
There wouldn't be too much trouble to redo the merchant to get that spy out of Venice. So I think I'm going to do that. So I just got to redo this guy.
Splitting our forces apart.
Yes, my lord.
Approach. Yes, my lord.
Ready to trade. Yes, board. Ready to trade. Opening trade lanes.
So I think we can do this and train on this princess.
Yes.
And we can get 2 traits on him. Guess we'll level the spy up to level 3, then we will send him southeast, since it'd be good to get 2 spies over towards Regisa as soon as we can, so it's more protected. And if we ever would decide to go on the offensive down there, we will have the resources for that.
Yes.
Where to, sire? Yes.
Your orders?
Sire.
There we
Yes.
go.
Back to the
So we got you level 3.
Yes, Lord.
Alright, so let's see.
Ready to, sire.
I'm not sure if we'll get all the way there. He could probably just get to Ancona. What I'm gonna save this over this one.
Yes.
I'm curious if this spy gets to Regisa or not.
Yes, my lord. Separating. Yes, my lord. This is as far as
Not
we go.
like barely
Running course
doesn't
now, my
make
lord.
it. So I guess if we had put the spy in the boat more directly, we would have made it, but then we wouldn't have been able to train it. So I think I'm fine with it just going into Ancona, since we have more than enough troops in Regisa, so it can't get attacked by spies. So no, that's really a concern, since there's no real threats to it. So yeah, let's just go down here. Now just stop over at Ancona to put this spy in there,
Your
and
orders?
then go a little bit further.
Running course now, my lord. Yes.
I can pick up
Yes.
the merchants,
Plotting course.
Ready to trade.
and this should be quick,
Yes. Disembark.
because we can actually gain a whole new level on this merchant, as we've established earlier. So we will simply take this merchant, as long as we don't get the
Ready to trade. My lord.
few enemies trait, which is a negative trait. If we don't get that, it's fine.
Ready to trade. Looking to
Cool.
take someone's trade.
Alright,
my
and
lord.
we'll start moving him back so we can get...
As you will.
Maybe we'll buy this Sicily guy next turn if we can reach him. We'll see, I'm not
Continuing on
sure.
tomorrow, my lord.
I'm not sure if I want to antagonize Sicily just yet.
Let me strike, my lord.
Okay, so we'll do that, and then we gotta do the assassin again,
Who has this?
and then we can end it. Then we can end the turn. So save this.
Ready to trade.
All right, let's do the
The
assassin.
problem.
We'll assassinate
What
the
is
Pope,
their name?
since that'll be the quickest. Yeah, the idea is we want 2 different traits, and Cagliari's, because we will almost always get a base level, like a higher blade, like the base assassin level up trait, but
Who has this pleasure?
we
The
can.
problem. What
But if we get a couple of those, then assassin will be pretty good, and we won't really have problems getting the odds to attack anything else.
The problem. Who has this pleasure?
Alright, I'm gonna just take this. Get Master of Assassins, which means my
Name thy
Doge
king,
will
lord.
be able to train agents for cheaper. Plus, I
The problem.
can just do this again next turn.
But of course.
It's not a big deal, because this is these are all higher chances now. So
Am I taking down
we'll just do that.
Strike, my lord.
So I'll just save this. It's fine.
Name thy
Alright.
enemy, lord.
So let's go ahead and move this guy over.
Yes, my lord. Your orders? Yes, my lord.
Can I do this?
Yes, my
Yes.
lord. Let me strike. Your orders? Yes. Yes, my lord. Approaching, my lord. Yes, my yes.
Can grab this guy.
Yes. Yes, my lord. Yes. Approaching, my lord.
this to here so we can get the discount. Then I can hire our units. We're not going to buy a ship, right, since we figured out we can't afford it with all the other stuff we want to buy, so let's just buy the other stuff we were going to buy then. Get spies and these. Where else did I want to get spy? Yeah, where is extra money? I thought we had. Oh, wait, we get this catapult, that's why. Alright, so that's good. I send these spies. Honestly, I'll probably just send these down to. I just sent them down to Regisa.
I'm done for today's journey is over.
So we'll get them into Regisa next turn.
Today's journey is over.
Get another spy here, get a spy here. We can crank taxes up here. Let's see what we got. So over here, I think we should pull some of these over to Heraklion. But let's see, so this is 152, 201, 121. So as long as we pull fewer than this number, public order will maintain. So grab you, the archers. Yeah, this should be fine if I just grab these three. If the levy archers, they don't really do much in auto resolve, so
My lord.
this will fix itself. So
Yes. On to the ships.
Yes.
I think eventually I want to either get a chapel or drill square here, but can't afford it right now. We'll make more money for next turn, so.
Yes, my lord.
Okay, so we put these guys in here.
Move out.
So you get free upkeep, and then I want to grab
Your Majesty.
these two at least.
Onward.
And I'll leave this other levy archers in there.
Yes.
And you guys can go to
Yes, my lord.
Athens.
Move out.
This is a pretty good army in there now.
Your Majesty.
I'm gonna reorder it just because I can.
Yes. Yes. My lord. Orders.
Then we can go up to very high since we have more public order there now. So yeah, that'll help our finances a little bit. Get more ships over here. But we want to get a governor over there soon, so I think next turn we can send this guy over.
Yes, my
And I have to decide if I want to disband all of these boats.
yes.
These mercenary boats, since we don't. I might keep this one since. Debating if I should keep this one or not, since Aragon probably will snipe it if I keep it. I could just keep it and be like, if someone snipes it, they snipe it, but because I can't really. I wouldn't mind getting this back to Italy to disband it,
Your orders.
so I think we're gonna do that,
Full sail.
and then we'll disband this
This
other
is
one.
as far as we go today. Yes.
It's just we could keep it too because it's not that bad for one turn, just so I can get disbanded back in Greece. Like I'll just do like this or something.
Yes, my lord. We shall continue tomorrow.
Because I'll just disband it next turn.
Dropping your orders.
But yes, and these spies, we didn't train him, so we can train this spy.
Where to, sire? Moving in unseen.
We want to get him up to level 3. When it's a freshly recruited spy, you can get up to level 3 on the first train. So in this mod, so let's do that.
Where to, sire? Moving in unseen, my lord. Where to, sire?
There you go.
Yes, lord.
Nice.
Investigate.
So you're there, you're there. We're gonna train another spy into here. This diplomat, I think he'll just stay there for now. I don't have a reason to send him anywhere.
Someone to see.
This guy can probably start heading up to go into like the France and then Iberia, since that's where the other player factions are. So we can start working on that.
Today's journey ends.
We already talked with Genoa.
God bless, noble lord.
Because we're giving them 3,000 next turn, but it won't. We'll make the way the money works is you make all of the money during your end turn, during the rebels' turn, is when all of your money gets made. So what that means is that next turn we will have we'll have all this income available when it's Genoa's turn and it's their chance to take money from that I just gave them. So.
Plotting course.
Yes.
Oh yeah, this dude's gonna go south. Let's figure that out.
Yes.
So this dude, we're gonna give mercenary captain back because he's gonna go command this army.
Your Majesty.
So that way he gets a slight movement boost.
Your orders, noble one.
Yes, my lord.
So let's just get this figured out. We'll keep all these units
Leaving the
here.
rest of the fleet, my lord.
Make sure we don't have a rally point. So all these are just recruited, and with any luck, we'll get Drill Master or Master of Horse or both on this general. So that'd be great if we get
Yes.
at least one of
Your
those.
orders, noble one. Of course, my lord.
Alright, so you go right over here. Oh, this is technically quicker if you go that way, so maybe we'll go that way.
Yes, my lord. Yes.
Let's just see how far we can get with him.
Yes, my lord.
Yeah, maybe we'll just go that way.
Yes.
And then I can just bring this cavalry militia
Yes.
with, it's fine.
Your orders, noble one. Of course, my lord.
Yeah, it might be a little scary to Sicily, but they don't have any units in range to counter this. And I don't really intend on fighting them here. I just am trying to, honestly, mostly get my units over to Rome.
Your orders,
Maybe I
noble
do
one.
that so I can get him. I'm trying to get these units over to Rome, and then we might go west from there, and we'll see. I haven't decided what I'm doing with this army. Like, if Sicily attacks me, then yeah, I'll probably fight them, but if they don't, I'm probably just going to go.
Your order. Yes.
I don't want to be perceived as a huge threat by taking them out, so.
Yes, my lord. Plotting course now.
Alright, so
my
we go. I can probably get another, spot or two by moving
lord.
the
Breaking away.
boats to do this.
Plotting course now, my lord.
Yeah, here we go. We get to go here, which is great.
Yes. Yes, my lord.
Yeah. So go there, and I'll sort this army out. Move these mounted
Your
insurgents.
orders. Orders, my lord. Ferdinand, march. Onward.
Yes, my lord.
Nice.
Move out. Your orders, noble one.
So yeah,
Orders, noble one.
I think Naples is right there. So in theory, we'd still be out of range of Naples, which should be a little bit less threatening. And then people have a boat though, so if the
Your
yeah.
Yes, your orders.
Alright, I think that's pretty much it for this turn.
Your orders, noble one.
I gotta make sure I unqueue and then requeue these boats before I enter, and so that way they have the experience. And then I gotta make sure we are. I'm gonna have to do it again because I have to make sure we have the correct spot for these boats. And so I'm just gonna. Oh yeah, I have to do the Byzantines deal as well.
I think you have the wrong fleet. Your orders? Yes.
Let's see if I can coordinate what
We
spot
are
this
not
is.
contesting these waters with you.
Yeah, we can probably just do like this or something. Yeah, I remember that.
Yes, my lord. Yes, my your orders? Yes, my
Here, okay.
your orders? Yes, my lord. Yes, yes, my lord. Yes. Your orders? Yes. Combining the fleets.
Yeah, the eventual goal
Orders?
is to send these to this side of the Mediterranean, but yeah, we'll see. But maybe I'll keep them to fight the Byzantines. I don't know what the plan is yet. But we have a peace treaty with the Byzantines, so in theory they should not attack either of these ships. This is the more important one. Sicily, I think, has one boat here I saw during scouting, but it shouldn't be able to beat a war galley. A galley, I don't think, can beat a war galley
Yes.
in a one-on-one if there's no experience or anything. So in theory we should be safe
Yes, my lord.
here because the
Your
the
orders?
Byzantines would be the only one. And even if they sink this, like, this isn't too bad of a loss to take if we were to lose that. But like usually, like I'm being cautious with this fleet compared to where the Byzantines' main fleet is, just because I know we have a non-aggression pact, but I don't
Who do I face?
I don't like to set myself up to be betrayed. I like to make sure, even if you do betray me, it's not going to do excessive damage. Like if we were losing whole fleet, that kind of screws over the whole campaign, basically. I mean, we can kind of recover, but losing that kind of fleet is not good.
Orders?
So I'm going to requeue this to be safe, and then I think we're done. I don't know what else we have to do.
Yes.
I'll double check that this doesn't get sunk by a galley, but I think we're just done otherwise. And yeah, another successful turn. I think next turn we should take Tripoli unless I horribly miscalculated. And then,
Yes.
yeah, so we should take that, and then we should be able to, yeah, it looks like we easily reach it. So we should take Tripoli, and we should be able to keep moving this west a little bit. We should hopefully get a lot better traits on this guy. We're hoping. Yeah, alright, I think that's it. Make sure these guys have this. I'm actually moving this cardinal down a little bit, because one thing priests can do is they can stop
Yes,
the Pope. The Pope is not present.
continuing
Salutations, honored lord.
God's servant.
Yeah, priests
I
stop
can go no
bribes,
further.
so it's good to have a couple, especially later in the game, but like early in the game it's not as big of a deal. So we're gonna start moving him down a little bit. Probably should have done that earlier, but I forgot, so oh well. Yeah, Venice would afford one more, but it's fine. I think we will be okay.
An order?
I'll get the experience.